Hi, everyone. This is Brother Michael Buckoff. I am first counselor in the Elders Quorum in the Hesperia Ward in the Hesperia Stake for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And I'm privileged today to have our newest missionaries. And it's kind of, I like to introduce each time we get a new set, I like to introduce them to the ward. And I hope that you guys in the Ranchero Ward, as you have some of your friends, you might be introducing them to the gospel. I want you to meet the missionaries so you know that they can help you teach these families that you're meeting. Okay, first of all, Elder Temple. Yeah, how's it going?
It's going good.
Okay. Can you take a minute? Tell us a little bit about your background, high school, where you're from, hobbies, things like that.
Yeah. So I'm from Austin, Texas. In high school, did a lot of things kind of casually. I read a lot of books. I think my senior year, I know the first 50 days of my senior year, I read 50 books. And
Wow.
I got bored with school pretty fast.
Wow.
Senior year is really easy. But then I started counting after that. But I also like to work out. I had like a gym in my house, and so I would do that kind of powerlifting as a hobby. I'd play basketball with my friends casually. And then my ward boundaries were really big. Like it's a two hour drive from my friend's house, my best friend's house.
Okay.
So we'd connect online a lot. So we play some video games back home as well.
What would be your ideal workout? Like if you spend an hour working out, what would you do?
Um, Back home I would do about 3 or 4 hours a day. And my favorite was I would bench press for about 45 minutes,
Hmm.
and then I would dumbbell press, and then I would curl.
Okay. Wow. Did you do any sports in high school?
Nope. I like to do things more casually. I wasn't super big into extracurriculars. Just like to
Okay.
do things at my own speed.
Now, what was your decision? Why did you decide to become a missionary and go on a mission?
Um, to be honest, I didn't really like who I was back then. I just didn't feel like I had a lot of purpose in life. I didn't feel like I was going anywhere. Felt pretty stuck. So originally I came out because I wanted to improve myself. I knew that the mission would force me to build some really good habits,
Okay.
and I would become a better person. And then as I've served, I've really grown to love what I do. I like talking to people. I like preaching the gospel, and I have improved a lot. I do like who I am now.
And how long have you been on your mission in our area or our mission? And what areas have you been to before coming to our ward?
I've been on a mission almost 22 months now. Um, and I started my mission in Green Tree, Hesperia Stake,
Okay.
over in Old Town, Victorville. And then I went to Desert Hot Springs in the summer. And then,
In the summer.
yep, it was about 120 degrees every day.
Well, let me ask you. So, Desert Hot Springs, Austin, what's hotter in your opinion?
Oh, definitely Desert Hot Springs. Like a
It's
lot.
it. Oh, it is. It's more uncomfortable, even with the humidity in Austin. Desert Hot Springs is more uncomfortable in your opinion.
Yeah, I like the humidity personally just because I was raised in it. But
Mm.
also, when you're in Desert Hot Springs, you're right at the entrance of the valley, and so there's just this really strong wind 24/7. So it feels like you're standing in front of a grill all day.
Oh yeah, yeah, because that's close to Palm Springs. That whole area is hot. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Well, let's talk to Elder Robertson. So, welcome to the Ranchero Ward. We're glad to have you here. So, can you take a minute and tell us a little bit about your background, high school, extracurricular hobbies, academics, anything like that?
Yeah, sure. So I was born and raised in Loveland, Colorado. It's definitely not as hot as Desert Springs and all these places like Austin too. Um,
Because you're
I
higher
went,
up, right? Your altitude, are you pretty close to the Rocky Mountains? Can you see them where you are?
yeah, we're actually we're kind of like the doorway to the Rockies.
Okay,
It's
got
like
it.
right by them. Yeah. Anyway, I was born and raised in Loveland. I went to Loveland High School, and I was really into like the ROTC program, marching band, and swimming. And, yeah, no, it was a lot of fun there, and I'm thinking about maybe joining the military after my mission, but
Oh, okay.
that's still debatable.
All right. So you're thinking about it. So what brings you here? Why did you decide to go on a mission?
To be honest, I mean my reasons, like one of the reasons is actually not far off from Elder Temples. Like I felt like I wasn't exactly as spiritual when I wasn't on a mission or before my mission. I also came out originally thinking about like maybe it'll give me some more time to like choose what else I'm going to do with the rest of my life. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no, actually, like um, as I've been out here, I've been realizing how much spirituality is that a word? I think that's a word, yeah. Spirituality I've actually gained, and it's taught me a lot, and I really, really like it.
Okay. I'm going to ask you a quick question. My mission president asked me this. I'm going to ask you. So, what do you think that our elders quorum and I can do every week? What is maybe one thing we can do that can help us become closer to our Savior Jesus Christ?
Is that a question for both of us, or?
Yeah, I guess I can ask both of you on this. Yeah, sure.
Um, well, honestly, I would just say continue being you, because I mean, from the people I've met so far, they're super kind, super amazing looking people, and it just seems like there's a pretty strong elders quorum in the area for whoever's still in there. Everything.
Yeah, I would say probably read the Book of Mormon every day. That life gets busy. As I prepare to go home, I've been talking to my parents and my mission leaders and other people. They
Mhm.
always, that's a big one. And I think if the apostles can find time in their busy schedules to just read and study, personal study every day, I think that it's if we really put in the effort, if we make it a priority, that reading the Book of Mormon every day will definitely bring us closer to God like it promises.
Okay. And I know I saw you guys yesterday at the baptism of Jeff Wagner. So certainly good to see you guys there and help out in his conversion process and baptism there. And we need more baptisms. We need to keep going down this area. So, in you guys' opinion, what are some things that the elders quorum can do? What can we do to help further the Lord's work in this area? So we obviously want to proclaim the gospel, right? We want to perfect the dead. We want to perfect the saints, but we're proclaiming the gospel. How do you see us? What can we do? How can we improve as a quorum to do better in this area?
Recently, the brethren have talked to us, the missionaries, about putting how you do this into simple terms, and they called it love, share, and invite. And there's a little broadcast about it on Gospel Library. But really, those simple principles that we can't tell you exactly how to do it. A lot of stuff will be personal revelation. You can ask the Lord how you want to share the gospel. But those simple principles you can govern yourself by loving your neighbors, serving them, sharing what you know. But I think a big one would be inviting. There's lots of activities that the church does that are not as scary as attending a sacrament meeting.
And we actually have one this Friday, right? We have an activity at the church this Friday at 7, if I remember correctly. So
I believe so.
the elders quorum, you guys watching the video here, remember that when we have our activities, let's invite the people we're ministering to. Let's get these people to these fun activities. If we have some of our neighborhood friends, we can invite them. At least we can invite them. Maybe they say no, but still we can extend that invitation. Okay, a couple more questions. For Elder Robertson, you've been out not that long yet, right? How long you been out now?
So I think I've been set apart about a month ago, but this is like my second week in the actual field. So
And welcome. We're glad to have you here. Honestly, we're glad you're here. So
thank you.
and we're going to try to make this a great memory for you. So we're going to do the best we can to help support you and your efforts, and also Elder Temple's efforts. So Elder Temple, how about this? What is sometimes when we're on missions, there's like there's that one experience, that one person you worked with, something that you might have done previously. What is something that a spiritual experience that you've had so far in your mission that really has helped convert you more to the gospel?
So one experience that really helped my conversion. The one that is repeatedly coming to my mind, and it's kind of depressing, but there is kind of a happy ending. In my last area, we had a self-referral named Ella, and she was super awesome. She had been familiar with the church. She had been researching the church online, and everything she read, she loved and felt was true, which never happens. Usually when people go online, it's always a bad thing. But she just loved it, and she finally had the courage to refer herself. I got to have 2 lessons with her.
Mm.
They're some of my favorite lessons in my mission, and I really grew to love her very quickly. And then her husband said no, and she was like about to be baptized, and just after 2 lessons, she was so ready. And her husband said no, and she disappeared. I never got to see her again. And it really drove me to my knees because I was pretty upset. I met the husband, not like him. And I really had to trust God that Ella would eventually make it, and that he knew what was best for her. And I was just grateful that I got the opportunity to teach her. I think I told my companion after our second lesson that even if my whole mission was hell and everything sucked and it was horrible, it would have been worth it to meet Ella and teach her for those 2 lessons. And I think that's really what me doing missionary work is like. Even if it doesn't work out, even if they don't accept our invitation, just meeting them, giving them the opportunity brings a lot of joy.
Nice. That's why brother Ryan Jackson and I the other day, we knocked on a door on Thursday, and the members had already moved out. They've been gone for years, and we found that out. And the guy opened the door was a nice guy, and I said, "Well, we're from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Would you be interested in hearing more about our church? We can, in a few minutes, we can explain a few things to you." He said, "No, I go to the church in Coachella Valley down the hill and all that." And, it wasn't a success there, but I figured it wouldn't, I mean, we had that opportunity. We're already at the door. He was a nice guy. We commented about how nice his yard was and stuff. And sometime down the line, you never know, right? So we do the best we can. And all right, one last thing. Do you guys mind sharing your phone number with the Elders Quorum? So I will always include their phone number below in emails that I send out, but just in case if anybody's curious, when you want to call the missionaries, when you invite them over to your house, they can share a lesson with you. They can give you some ideas on how to improve our proclaiming the gospel. So what's a phone number that our Elders Quorum members need to use to call you guys?
We don't actually have it memorized. 1 second.
I got it on my phone, but I wasn't looking at it either.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
It is 760-338-9822.
There you go. So that's the phone number. Now, the important thing here is they don't really have the phone number memorized because this is the phone number that's unique to our ward and the missionaries in this ward. And this phone number stays the same from one companionship to the next. So please call them, call our elders regularly. Look at these guys. These are nice guys. They got strong testimonies. They're willing to share the gospel. They just need people to teach. It's as simple as that. So when you have people around you that are interested in the gospel, and it could even be less active families on your ministering list, remember, you can always call the missionaries. If you're not sure who someone is on your list, they'll be happy to go over with you. You can go with them. They will go with you. You can visit those people you're not sure about, and they'll support you in your efforts to strengthen the members of our ward, of our stake, of our area, and so on. Okay, to conclude, elders, you guys have any other things you want to say to our elders quorum before we conclude the video?
not really.
Just thank you for welcoming us. We really
Yeah.
did feel the love as we came in, and we appreciate all that you do, and we know that you are trying, and you're great people. So thank you.
All right. Thank you, Elder Temple, Elder Robertson. I hope that we can continue to help further the Lord's work and proclaiming the gospel in this area. Thank you for taking your time to talk to our elders quorum today.
No problem.